Today we spoke with the team, and we talked about the game, and we talked about the first quarter of the season. And during this time, we've been battle tested for September. And that said, it'll serve us well down the stretch. My guess is in December and January, we'll look back at these games, much like we do in past years. In 17, we had a tough stretch, Buffalo, Miami, and New England, or the year prior as an opener, and the sky was falling externally. I want you to know, inside it's not. And we've got much work to do. We lost two heartbreakers there at the end, and it sucks. But as a team of players and coaches, we've got to get the point across that we have to close with authority. This 18 team needs to learn to do that. The job as a team is to emphasize those areas that need our attention, and until it becomes our strength, and we'll do that. If we grow and learn from being battle tested as we move into the next game and the next game, and we learn from that, we'll own those moments. And so for us, leadership's right, preparation's on point, and so now it's time for us to be able to close in those moments, and that's what our attention will be. So glad to open up to your questions.
Coach, what, after reviewing the defensive tape from the entire game, what can you take forward and build off of out of that one, adjustments and so forth?
I'll start off first what I thought was improved. I certainly thought tackling was at the top of that list, where we're back down into single digits, and so that part of the game was certainly better. I thought from a pass rush standpoint, it was much improved from the week prior, and so I felt it from the defensive ends, I felt it from the tackles, and that part for sure got better. I certainly liked how we came back out in the second half, where we hadn't played well in the first half. I think it went punt, interception to get the second half beginning. So correction-wise, we allowed 2 touchdowns on some 2 seam routes that we know you certainly haven't seen that happen very often against our defense and the style that we play. So for us to foul up those 2, that part we know we can get corrected.
The assortment of things you did and the movement of personnel, do you feel y'all are going down the right path with that type of approach?
We did. I'm sure you probably saw right away we had put Brian some at strong safety, where we were playing in the nickel package, and worked some different guys in different spots. So we wanted to make sure our matchups heading into the game were right, and so we still got work to do to get there, but we're a lot closer now to that vision. Playing nickel and strong safety for Brian, it's similar in a lot of ways. You're down in the box quite a bit. You're involved in some of the run fits. He's certainly capable of doing that. So we haven't all the way come to that's how we'll land, but that's where we're at. We thought that was the best matchup heading into the game.
How did Isaiah do? He had to play at the end, but he had a wonderful play right before that. How did his whole 64 plays look for him?
Yeah, and it was good to see him get his first action. I think there'll be some on-the-job training with him. Like for instance on the last one where you had to throw it in the bounds, you'd like to throw it in the end zone, you'd like to play it from high to low. But I really thought he stood up, you got a chance to see his ball skills where he can go and attack. So for his first time out, we certainly thought we saw a lot of encouraging things.